Friday evening, Psalm 120 through 133. Psalm 120, Psalm 121. I lifted my eyes to the mountains. From where shall my help come? My help comes from the Lord who made the heavens and earth. Let not your foot be moved, neither let him who keeps you slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord shall keep you, the Lord is your shelter at your right hand. The sun shall not burn you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall keep you from all evil. The Lord shall keep your soul. The Lord shall keep your coming in and your going out from this present time unto ages of ages. Psalm 121, Psalm 122. I was glad when they said to me, let us go into the house of the Lord. Our feet stand in your courts, O Jerusalem. Jerusalem is built as a city whose compactness is complete. There the tribes went up, the tribes of the Lord, a testimony to Israel, to give thanks to the name of the Lord. For the thrones sat there for judgment, the thrones over the house of David. Now ask for these things regarding the peace of Jerusalem, and there is a prosperity for those who love you. Let there now be peace in your power and prosperity in your citadels. For the sake of my brothers and my neighbors, I indeed spoke peace concerning you. For the sake of the house of the Lord our God, I sought good things for you. Psalm 122, Psalm 123. I lift my eyes to you who dwell in heaven. Behold, as the eyes of a servant look to the hands of their master, as the eyes of the maidservant look to the hands of her mistress, so our eyes will look to the Lord our God until he shall have compassion on us. Have mercy on us, O Lord, have mercy on us, for we are greatly filled with contempt. Our soul is greatly filled with it, and we are a disgrace to those who prosper, and a contempt to the arrogant. Psalm 123, Psalm 124. If the Lord had not been with us, let Israel now say, if the Lord had not been with us, when the men rose up against us, they would have swallowed us alive. When their anger raged against us, then the water would have drowned us, and our soul would have passed through a torrent. Then our soul would have passed through a water that is overwhelming. Blessed is the Lord who did not give us prey to their teeth. Our soul was delivered like a sparrow from the snare of hunters. The snare was broken and we were delivered. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth. Psalm 124, Psalm 125. Those who trust in the Lord are like Mount Zion. He who dwells in Jerusalem shall be unshaken forever. The mountains surround her, and the Lord surrounds his people from the present time unto the ages. The Lord will not permit the rod of the sinners to be the inheritance of the righteous, lest the righteous stretch out their hands in lawlessness. Do good, O Lord, to the good, and to the upright in heart. But to those who turn aside to crooked ways, the Lord shall lead away with the workers of lawlessness. Peace be upon Israel. Psalm 125, Psalm 126. When the Lord returned the captives of Zion, we became like those who are comforted. Then our mouth was filled with joy, and our tongue with exceeding joy. Then they shall gather among the Gentiles. The Lord did great things with them. The Lord has done great things with us. We were glad. Return, O Lord, our captivity like streams in the south. To those who sow with tears shall reap with exceeding joy. They went forth and wept, carrying their sheaves with them, but they shall return with exceeding joy, carrying their sheaves. Psalm 126, Psalm 127. Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain. Unless the Lord guard the city, those who guard it stay awake in vain. It is in vain for you to rise early, to awaken from your rest, you who eat the bread of grief, when he gives his beloved ones sleep. Behold, the children of the Lord's inheritance, the fruit of his womb his reward. Like arrows in the hand of a mighty one, so are the children of those who are outcasts. Blessed is the man who shall fulfill his desire with them. They shall not be ashamed when they speak to their enemies at the gate. Psalm 127, Psalm 128. Blessed are all of those who fear the Lord, who walk in all his ways. You shall eat the fruits of your labor, and you are blessed, and it shall be well with you. Your wife shall be like a vine, prospering on the sides of your house, your children like newly planted olive trees around your table. Behold, so shall the man be blessed who fears the Lord. May the Lord bless you from Zion, and may you see the good things of Jerusalem all the days of your life. May you see your children's children. Peace be upon Israel. Psalm 128, Psalm 129. Many times they warred against me from my youth. Let Israel now say, many times they warred against me from my youth, yet they did not overcome me. The sinners scheme behind my back, they prolong their lawlessness. The righteous Lord cut in pieces the neck of sinners. Let all who hate Zion be shamed and turn back. Let them become like grass on the housetop, which withers before it is plucked up, like grass which the reaper does not fill his hand, nor does the gatherer sheaves his bosom. Neither do those who pass by say to them, the Lord's blessing be upon you. In the Lord's name we will bless you. Psalm 129, Psalm 130. Out of the depths I have cried to you, O Lord. O Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive to the voice of my supplication. If you, O Lord, should mark transgression, O Lord, who would stand? For there is forgiveness with you. Because of your law, O Lord, I waited for you. My soul waited for your word. My soul hopes in the Lord. From the morning watch until the night, from the morning watch until the night, let Israel hope in the Lord. For with the Lord is mercy, and with him is abundant redemption, and he shall redeem Israel from all his transgressions. Psalm 130, Psalm 131. O Lord, my heart is not exalted, neither are my eyes raised up, neither am I carried along in great things, nor in things too marvelous for me. For if I were not humble-minded, but exalted my soul like a child weaned from his mother, so you would reward my soul. Let Israel hope in the Lord from this present time and to ages of ages. Psalm 131, Psalm 132. Remember David, O Lord, in all his meekness, how he swore to the Lord and how he vowed to the God of Jacob. I shall not enter my dwelling, I shall not recline on my bed, I shall not close my eyes in sleep, nor my eyelids for dozing, nor give any rest unto my temples, until I find a place for the Lord, a tabernacle for the God of Jacob. Behold, we heard of it in Ephrathah, we found it in the plains of the wood. Let us enter into his tabernacles, let us worship at the place where his feet stood. Arise, O Lord, into your rest, and you in the ark of your holiness. Your priests shall clothe themselves in righteousness, your saints shall greatly rejoice. For your servants David's sake, do not turn away from the face of your anointed. The Lord swore to David in this truth, and he shall not reject it. I shall set upon your throne one from the fruit of your loins. If your sons keep my covenant, and these testimonies I shall teach them, then their sons shall sit on your throne forever. For the Lord has chosen Zion, he chose her for his dwelling place. This is my place of rest unto the ages of ages. Here I shall dwell, for I have chosen her. Blessing, I shall bless her provision. I shall satisfy her poor with bread, and I shall clothe her priests with salvation, and her saints shall rejoice exceedingly with great joy. There I shall cause to spring up a horn for David. There I prepare a lamp for my anointed. His enemies I shall clothe with shame. Upon him shall my sanctification flourish. Psalm 132, Psalm 133. Behold now, what is so good or so pleasant as for brothers to dwell together in unity? It is like fragrant oil running down upon the beard of Aaron, running down upon the border of his garment. It is like the dew of Hermon running down the mountains of Zion, for there the Lord commanded the blessing and life forever. Psalm 133, Psalm 134. Behold now, bless the Lord, all you servants of the Lord, who stand in the house of the Lord, in the courts of the house of our God. In the nights lift up your hands to the Holy of Holies and bless the Lord. May the Lord bless you from Zion, he who made heaven and earth.